So hello all. So this is our target domain, and we do have a bug bounty program for those. And the in scope we do have all wildcard domain as well as the main domain. So in the main domain itself, I got on a vulnerability open cross-site scripting. Okay. So in main domain itself, I got a vulnerability of the cross-site domain. So in chat field, okay. So let me put some payload for you. I'm copying these. Come here and I'm just pasting it. So basically this is a self-XSS, self-XSS vulnerabilities here. Okay, self-XSS vulnerabilities there. Once I click me, it will gives me a prompt because these are the self-XSS. It requires the user interactions. Okay, once I click on the click me again, it will gives me a prompt. Number of times when I click on me, it gives me a prompt. The payload I put like this, due on click alert one. Okay, so this is self-XSS. Okay, so as well I can control this, copy this. I can do the number of things like I will paste this payload now, and if I click, it will redirect me to the another attacker sites if you want. So I redirected to the Opera sites. The payloads I'm using it something like these. Okay, the Opera, it will redirect us to opera.com. That's not a thumb rule, but it requires the user interactions. So basically, I don't want user to be interacted. So for stored accesses, here it is the stored accesses. It's don't require the user interactions. The iframe it directly gives me a pop-up with the accesses. Okay, so that's all. And how we could able to make this vulnerability into the more critical. So I'm just injecting the randomly payload over here, and I can see I could able to inject the HTML something form field, and I just make a crafted fake login page. As you can see over here, this is a fake login payload, and if I injected over here this fake login page, as you can see, yeah. So here it is what showing sessions expired. Please verify. Okay, so what exactly the users will do? The let us say I'm a victim user, so it's supposed to be a trust this domain as a mydukan.io, and it will put his or her ID. Uh, Let me do it for you guys. Let us say I will be doing content creator, okay, and we'll post it here something, okay. And once I log in into these sites, it will redirect me to the attacker website as well as this user ID and credentials, which is related to these mydukan.io because we user are trusting this domain. User are meant to put the ID password which is related to the mydukan.io, and we could able to get those email ID and password. Okay, so user will click on the login page. So it will redirect, as you can see, it will redirect it to the my server or whatever the server. So as of now, I'm just putting the random dummy address jshimpi.com login. Okay, so what attacker can see over here, attacker can able to see the username which contain this one and the password is jshimpi. So as I put password jshimpi only, so I can able to see these one, right? So attacker can able to get, and attacker can do right now, we'll go into the login page and we could able to, attacker can able to do total full account takeover. Vulnerability could be able to exist over here, and this is how it's doing. So I was getting the prompt as well now. So let me do it one more time. Okay, okay. So let us come towards the support tab again. So I can see here are a few fields like the previously transactions or previously previous conversations I can able to see over here. If I clicked on any of these URL, if I click, it will open in new page as you can see, and user will trust this domain because user have a trust with this myducana.io, and it shows that expiration session expired and verify user. So let me do it something for you guys. I will put login name as a Jayesh and password Shimpi and just login. So user will now redirect into our domain and we could able to see the username and the password. So basically here what I created, I just created a temporary server with the nodes server.js where we could able to get the username and the password from the respective of domain and which is running on the port of 80. So we could able to listen those user and add a password, which is basically locally hosted. We could able to host it on the server as well. So yeah, this is how impactful and which leads to the account takeover vulnerability. Hope you guys can able to get it. So just we will just look out the report as well. So what I reported, stored accesses in a support chats enables the credential stuffing, which leads to the account takeover. This is a target domain, and as you can see over here, chart features. I even added the self payload domain and a few payloads and the server. I just crafted how we could able to reproduce the steps and all of the stuffs. So yeah, this is all about.